Hey guys, Lissandra here, and today I want to make another blog video. Um, Usually, I do certain interesting particular topics, but today I want to cover stupid people. The reason why I want to cover stupid people is because it is in this age and time, it's gotten to a point where it's the complete annoyance, a nuisance to a lot of people. And I feel that people just neglect it, all for, let's say, the freedom of speech or freedom of expression. Of course, uh, there's a lot of stuff going on in regard to that, uh, in regard to freedom of speech and all that. Some of you may not know, but I'm not PC at all. I'm not politically correct. But also do acknowledge that there are some things that uh, do kind of uh, cut across the line where is it does actually harm in a way, or so it does actually cause a significant amount of damage. Like for example, if you yell fire in a theater, or if you say something very harsh to somebody younger in regards to a harsh situation that can psychologically damage them, then yeah, that's understandable. Um, which there's an exception in regards to freedom of speech, uh, um, but at the same time, I do realize that um, in regard to freedom of speech, I'm all for it. But the thing is that it also like every progress, everything new, or anything that uh, pretty much develops, there's always its counter side and all, and that has to do with a lot of stupid people. A lot of people in today's times say a lot of stupid shit. They don't think or anything, and I can understand in part why a lot of them say this stuff, because um, we can tell a lot of the stuff these stupid people say is deranged or anything like that. I'm not gonna go into details what exactly are my thoughts, because in reality, there's a lot of topics that are subjective, and even if I do cover objective topics, there are people that consider objective topics like if they were subjective, and vice versa. But the thing is, here's the deal. Okay, I don't want any arguments or anything like that, because that's not the type of people I want to attract over here or anything. But let's stop for a second and kind of suspend yourself from whatever beliefs you have, right? Anything like that, and think and try to think about it. What if all you knew was a certain amount of things, certain amount of information? Because here's the thing: based on what you know is based on how you behave, how you react. Like my sister has told me once that different people have different experiences, different concepts of different things, a variety of different things, and yeah, I can see where that comes into play and all. And the thing is that you think about this. If you're saying something into a particular topic, let's say a controversial topic, okay, you to yourself, you might sound you might think and sound reasonable. That's on your own personal bias and all. To another person that thinks alike, they might think that you're thinking very reasonably. But what if the person the that's listening to you knows more than you, knows more than what you know? Then they can obviously see the mistakes of what you're saying and all. If 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 what you're saying is wrong, or it doesn't um, coincide with what they're thinking and all, then they'll think you're whatever you're saying is wrong. That's in the modest sense. If they have no discretion or anything, they'll just think you're completely stupid and all. It's the same with these stupid people. These stupid people have their own set of mentalities because um, to start off, a lot of the people base on belief on what they feel and not so much on what they know. Some of them do put their own biases based on what they know, but partially on what they believe or feel. And if you can imagine that let's say you're saying something um, and that's all you knew, and then you're confronted by other people that think you're wrong and everything. Not all people are gonna take it right. Not everyone knows how to acknowledge the fact that they're wrong, uh, considering that they're wrong. And again, getting back to subjective topics, there is no right or wrong in that sense. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own concept about these sort of topics. And one thing I have learned throughout the course of these years is that even though not always do I like to accept the fact when I'm right, when not so much when like everyone likes to accept the fact that they're right and all, but not everyone likes to accept the fact that they're wrong when it comes to a particular subject now. And because of that, some of them kind of tend to lash out, to kind of attack the person, or tend to be aggressive. And not always is it towards the argument, but sometimes towards the people or only the person. Okay, I have learned this because sometime back I was conversating with this person about a particular topic. It was a controversial topic. I'm not gonna say what it is or anything, but I got the end result is that I got upset and everything, and he told me that what you're gonna rage at me simply because I don't agree with you, and I could have continued the argument, the discussion, and everything, but then I stopped to think, and um, I realized that raging, getting upset, or angry at a person simply because they don't agree with you isn't something viable. It isn't something rational. Not too long ago, I lost a friend um, simply because she didn't agree with some of the concepts I have and all. And at the time, at the time when she got upset at me, I didn't even know she was upset because of that until a friend of mine told me. But anyway, the thing is, at the end of the day, if the the person, the two people involved, they're gonna believe whatever they want to believe, or acknowledge whether they're right or wrong in a certain sense. And if they choose that, if they realize they were wrong, let's say on a objective topic, then they'll acknowledge it or they'll choose not to. Either ways, the convincing is not so much based on the person saying the information, but rather oneself. It is oneself who decides whether they are convinced or not, because they come to realize that themselves whether they are mistaken or not. And I admit there are some things I do get upset at when I'm said when I'm told that I'm wrong about something. And this has happened to me before. Usually happens. Usually I tend to get it get in arguments, and then later on, like long after the argument's over, I stop to think more level-headed, and then I come to realize that yeah, I was wrong. But most people pass through that situation, but they choose not to acknowledge it to. Well, they do acknowledge it for themselves, but they don't like to admit to it. There are some cases where and this was not long ago, where I was arguing a point. I was arguing a point in regard to artificial intelligence, humanity, and other relative concepts. And one of the surprising things is that I was arguing my point of view, but then this guy pointed out a very clear argument for what he was saying. And even though I was proven wrong and everything, even though I was he completely destroyed my argument and cut me off and everything. In reality, I wasn't upset. I was, on the contrary, I was very satisfied because not only was I proven wrong, but I actually observed things in a different concept, a different way of thinking and all. So, in short words, I actually learned something. And if people were like that, rather than pushing their own agenda, rather than pushing their own ego, people will actually learn something. And I have a concept that even the you can even learn things even from the stupidest people. It's just that not everyone has the strength of character to tolerate them. Even I don't, to an extent, because I do get mad every now and then because of the stupid and deranged concepts that people have and all. I don't always agree with what is being said, but this pretty much my concept of how these people behave and act now. Now it's now it becomes a different issue when these people have start affecting the lives of others, start affecting the decisions of others, and that's where things start getting more complicated and all. But in reality, that's a story for another time, and I'll leave that for some other time. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and um, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.